Hello everyone, this is PNG Tonight. Thank you for joining us. Coming up, relations between the government and the Catholic Church at an all-time low over funding and policy differences in health and education services. Madang's misfortunes continue. Added to the fears of law and order issues, businesses dealt another blow from deteriorating road conditions. And Port Moresby residents urged to take simple measures against mosquito-borne diseases as authorities confirm an outbreak of dengue. The Catholic Church in Papua New Guinea has threatened to cancel its partnership with the government. At the center is the 51 million kina earmarked for church health services and policy differences over the tuition fee-free education. The church's ultimatum? It will end the partnership next year if nothing improves.
More and more services have to be given.
It's a bold position taken by one of the biggest mainstream churches in Papua New Guinea, but by no means an easy one. There are over 2.2 million Catholics in the country. It has well over 3,052 schools. These range from elementary to community and primary, high schools as well as secondary, tertiary, TVET, and special education services. All put together, the church educates nearly 400,000 students, employing about 14,000 teachers. It covers every corner of the country with its educational service. To get some idea of its influence and magnitude, take the National Capital District. There are 13 higher learning institutions in the district. The Catholic Church runs 9 of them. Over the years, the church and the government enjoyed a comfortable relationship in developing the human resource. That union was forged in 1970, an association of equals in a unified education system in Papua New Guinea. But the church now claims there is little to no respect of that merger from the national and provincial governments. At its recent meeting in Vanimo in West Sepik, the church's supreme governing body, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, described that relationship as in crisis and even in chaos. It's the Catholic Church's strongest position yet against the government since Archbishop Brian Barnes called on then Prime Minister Bill Skate to resign over governance issues. In today's case, the Catholic Church's position was made known at a news conference in Port Moresby this morning by Father Victor Roach, the Secretary General of the Catholic Bishops' Conference.
The Catholic Church is now at a critical point of frustration, so that if there is no change for the better in this situation for PNG, in the light of the mercy that demands justice, those dioceses with no functioning memorandum of understanding with their respective provincial education boards may not be able to open as Catholic schools in 2017. So that means that the bishops really went one step further to say, if you don't come good accepting us as partners, then we are ready to close our schools in 2017.
The central issue is the tuition fee-free education or TFF policy of the government.
We are bogged down into making sure that TFF goes to the right people and used for the right purpose. So the new policy is designed in such a way that there will be a lot of check and balances right from Waigani into the province, and it will go all the way to the district.
The church feels the policy is riddled with problems of balance, overcrowding, where older students who've left are taken back, lack of support infrastructure, low morale in teachers, and lack of consultation. The church simply feels that it is losing grip of its own schools throughout the country.
So what the bishops feel is that there are less consultations with the bishops or even the churches on the whole on education. These are the important partners, and the bishops want the Catholic Church and the churches on the whole to be considered as partners, not just as one of the people who are giving the services, as partners. Then you consult and take those consultations serious. Then some of these problems that we have, especially with TFF and project money, and these things would not arise. There are lots of confusions and they could be avoided, and there will be better education for the children of Papua New Guinea.
Under health, the contentious issue here is the 51 million kina funding for Catholic health services from the government that was never released. It has affected operations, salaries, and health services, the impact felt most in remote Papua New Guinea. The church described the cut as a shocking, ignorant, and insensitive decision. In 2013, the Prime Minister, Peter O'Neill, agreed to a meeting between the church and education and health representatives of the government to resolve some of these issues, but the church says that meeting has not eventuated to this point. The Prime Minister is believed to have said that he would look into the cut into the health allocation for the Catholic Church. This is PNG Tonight. After the break, Madang's misfortunes continue.